Boom.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Awesemo.com live before lock show. We'll be discussing the day's MLB DFS slate. We'll be talking to the boss man himself, the number one player in DFS, Awesemo, Mr. Alex Baker. Will be joining us in about 10 minutes. I'm Chris Baggs, joined as always by my behatted friend, Mr. Josh Engelman, the Chubster himself. How are you doing, Josh?
I'm doing great because all I do is pick home runs. Over and over and over again. It's like Groundhog Day, but it's awesome.
We do have to point out that Josh's tout is correct. He did pick another home run again yesterday. I think what is the current rate you've been on for the last 2 weeks?
Woo! 4 straight.
4 straight, and then you also had a couple, I think, earlier in the week. So Josh is now pulled in.
It's a lot. It's just a lot.
He's taken over the lead by I think it's 2 home runs now. Maybe it might be 1. I don't remember. But yeah, Josh is currently the holder of the crown of dongs, which hurts me emotionally. But I made some adjustments to my preparation and my sheet in the hopes of getting back on the right track tonight. We will give our home run picks. Maybe we'll have Alex do one. We'll give our home run picks.
Last time.
He did get Mike Trout. Zach Carpenter actually spoiling my home run pick, but that's what mine's going to be. I'm not going to say it out loud, but that is my pick.
I've gotten one in 6 of my last 10 picks.
It's pretty crazy. That is, to be totally honest, that is almost it's an unsustainable rate. That is almost an impossible rate. I had the first 2 or 3 that one time, or like 3 out of the first 4, and boy was it a cold spell after that. So.
If I get one tonight, I get the Tiger Slam, which is 5 straight weekdays, just in different weeks.
That's fair. Look, it's very impressive. Josh slacked yesterday his home run that went for his pick rather that went for a home run, and I was just like, I don't even have the energy to be upset anymore. I like to get myself worked up for both creative aspects and for the content reasons, and I can't even be worked up. It just is what it is. We just gotta adapt and seal whatever is in Josh's precious little brain. Gotta crack it open and suck all the sweet innards out.
All of a sudden, I'm just sitting there, and then I look down at my phone, and I've got 5 tweets directly to me, like, dude. It's so great.
Well, we'll see how he does later today. We do have the baseball savants himself, Mr. Jake Hari, who was in the chat talking about himself being the home run pick because he is playing a softball game, so that's fair. Hopefully your baseball savantry carries over to the actual playing field, Mr. Jake Hari. But hey, let's talk a little bit of stuff. The article that Awesemo did today is his lineup card, which if you are a premium member, you can check out now. See how Alex is approaching the slate, what he thinks the weaknesses to attack are, and all that. But what are you thinking so far about pitching, Josh?
I don't know. I mean, the fucking Excel sheet is eating dicks right now, so pitching. I'll have a bunch of Sale and DeGrom. I'm essentially there. We go. We're back. Now I can give the right answers. I'm essentially fading McCullers. I'm a little heavy on Carrasco and Vince Velasquez. I'm suddenly heavy on Dan Straley, which I didn't see coming.
Ooh, I would not have seen that one coming either. I actually been stacking against him quite a bit tonight.
I mean, he grades out really well. And spoiler alert, he got chatted up a little bit in Alex's column. So that makes me happy. But that's where I'm at right now.
Okay. Chris Sale, I ended up with a little less Chris Sale than I thought I would have going in. We're currently projecting to be the highest owned pitcher in the slate, teetering close to 50% based on the current projections. Maybe not that close, but close enough to 50% without spoiling it. Do you feel like, I guess, what is the approach if you're not playing Sale tonight? Are you going to Peralta? Are you going to, I don't know, obviously, I guess you're not going to McCullers, but what are you doing if you're not playing Sale?
Everybody but McCullers, basically. And I don't have a problem against McCullers. That's just sort of how it shook out. And I'm fine with losing one of those higher priced dudes. Got to draw a line in the sand somewhere. Apparently, that's where I drew it.
Okay, I'm reading Bill Butlicker's thing that I missed the magical show this morning about Jake's ancestry. I didn't.
I pulled up my 23andMe today.
Oh, okay. I've never done that. I don't have that.
My wife was at a health card conference a couple of years ago, and they were giving out free things. So she grabbed me one. All I got to do was hock a loogie in a tube and then mail it back out. then they're like, "Oh yeah, you're like mostly from Yugoslavia." It's like, oh, okay. I don't know how you know that from my spit, but cool.
I actually should look it up because my dad was adopted, and I don't actually know the whole thing. There was one time when I was a little kid, I might have said this on the live stream before, where I was in first grade, we ran into like another kid who looked exactly like me, like a doppelganger, like completely. And he was 100% Filipino, and I've ever since that I've been like, I might be a little bit Filipino, but maybe not. Who knows? Could just be like a blend that comes out Filipino somehow.
Yeah, there you go. Now mine's all like trash Europeans and Sweden.
Happy birthday, Dave Clark. Apparently, if you just say it's your birthday in the chat, we wish you a happy birthday. So happy birthday, Dave Clark. I recognize your name and your avatar, so that's why you get a happy birthday. Anybody looking for either ors, drop them later in the stream. We'll do those closer to lock time because we got to just kill a couple minutes before the boss man comes on.
Yeah.
What stacks are you landing on so far? Which ones do you feel like you have the most?
So still have a ton of Cardinals and Rockies, but I'll be under the field on the Cardinals. They're getting a little too much juice in my opinion. In terms of like teams that I'm over the field on, Mariners would be one. Dodgers would be two, which is obviously relatively rare for me.
How much Max Muncy you got?
Probably 0 if I had to guess.
You're a real cockbag, you know that?
You act like I try it. I have 0. I have everyone but Max Muncy. That's probably an inefficiency in my game, but I'm not plugging that hole anytime soon.
It does seem a little spiteful, to be honest, but I mean, there is a valid case to not go with Muncy given his lefty performance. Also, fun fact, Joey Lucchesi has not given up a home run to a lefty in the last year and a half.
I'd be surprised if he got one today because in Petco against lefties, that's going to be a tough sell. Speaking of home runs, I got to see if I got any yesterday in the contest.
Oh, I don't know what I'm up to. I think I'm at like 25 or 27.
I got the Cardinals, so I only need the A's and the Dodgers. So fuck off, Max Muncy. Don't hit one today if I don't have you.
Max Muncy does. So I told you I added home run rate to my sheet just so I kind of have it there because I was just focusing on the actual isolated power, and I've realized now that Josh has gone on this home run tear that maybe I need to throw that into the mix. Max Muncy currently grades out as the guy with the highest home run rate on the slate with a 9.7% home run rate versus a lefty even. So boy, Max Muncy, what a player. What a player.
Muncy grades out 81st for me today.
I mean, the home run rate.
And he's highlighted in bright red because it's a lefty-lefty matchup, and I make sure to never take those.
It's because Lucchesi is so good. It's not because Muncy's bad. Muncy's actually been pretty good versus lefty pitching, but
yeah, Lucchesi really low fly ball rate, low total. Muncy, he wasn't ever going to be anywhere near this, so it doesn't matter. Don't worry. At some point in time after Alex is on, I'll just give you another home run. It's fine.
Oh, you're such a cock. Speaking of bringing Alex on, can you Skype him in?
Holy shit! It's 6:15 already. Progress.
Yeah. We are going to bring on board the boss man, Mr. Osmo Alex Baker himself, the brains behind the operation, or at least the rankings and stuff, and our founder. Be coming through shortly whenever this happens. I'm just filling the air. But he does have an article up, as I mentioned. If you're a premium member, his lineup card is up now, breaking down his view on the slate, everything you need to do. And there he is. Welcome, Alex. How are you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
We're good. We got Osmo on for the first time because Josh was gone, and then we had the holidays, so it's been a couple weeks. What's new in your world? You've been winning enough money to keep us employed?
I mean, things have been going well on that front. Yesterday was kind of exciting because I went to a DraftKings suite at the next game, so I got to see all 14 runs that the Cardinals got in person.
Very, very nice. Those were a lot of runs that really added up fast in the back end of that game.
Yeah, and I felt like kind of dumb because the Cardinals had said, they're going to be the highest owned team on the slate, so I'm not going to play them. And sure enough, it didn't end up going that well for me.
It's tough to witness that in person, but, at least you stuck by your convictions. That's all that matters.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of solidarity with some of the fans there because they're rooting for the White Sox, too. So, it's okay.
I like it. Let's talk about your views on the slate tonight. As I mentioned, you do have your lineup card article, which breaks down both your views on pitchers and stacks. We have top pitcher tonight, Chris Sale, is being projected for a lot of ownership. What are you thinking is the approach, I guess, if you're playing Sale and if you're fading him?
Actually, I don't really think it matters too much whether you play Sale or you don't. I might have him about the same rate as the field. I think last time I checked, he's in like a third of my lineups. Yeah, so you can go either way. I do like Sale better than the other guys at the same price, DeGrom and McCullers. I think he's a better play just because he has more potential and he's better value, even though he is higher owned. But I do like also spending down a pitcher. A couple of guys I mentioned in my article I'm still interested in are Vincent Velasquez and Sam Gaviglio. I think they're kind of like flying under the radar, and having that low price combo will give you kind of a different roster construction than most of the guys playing the tournaments.
What jumps out to you, I guess, about Gaviglio in general? It seems like it's a tough team total on the other side for him. Is it just a value play, just to kind of get off the chalky path, or is there something else that stood out?
I might be the only person in the whole tournament that's on him, but this is the algorithm I wrote. He's popping up as a good value, mostly because of his strikeout potential, but also another popular pitcher on the slate I think is Carlos Rodon, and he's going up against an even higher team total in the Cardinals. So Gaviglio is kind of my pivot from Rodon, where it's about the same price, but still a lot of K upside. Hopefully, they'll get lucky and not allow a lot of runs.
Got it. And if you are playing Sale tonight, what stacks would you recommend for the people? Like we've kind of talked about Sale. I think he is the best pitcher on the slate overall, but the price is tough. And then if he's going to be in 50% almost of lineups, there is certainly a logic in fading him. But if you are going to play Sale, what are you stacking up with to kind of afford him?
If I am going to play Sale, one of the teams I like today are the Mariners. I think they're going to be a good stack. Honestly, I've been focusing more on what I'm going to do if I don't have them because I find that more interesting. In the article, I was mentioning how a lot of the top stacks are going under-owned. So I'm going right to the top one, the Colorado Rockies. I think they have the highest team total. And not playing Sale, I'm going to have the money, and I think that's going to be a strong play tonight.
So you're not afraid of the Shelby Miller buzzsaw?
Yeah, I mean, after the last game in Coors, I'm a little bit afraid, but you never know.
Who just mentioned the Mariners before you came on? This guy, right here.
I did too. I pointed out the guy in the chat who had my home run pick, who is a Mariner, but we didn't want to spoil it yet.
Sorry. I was too busy gloating on my I only pick home runs every single day talent. Sorry.
Yeah, Alex, have you been made aware of this, by the way, that Josh has been picking home runs at an alarmingly accurate rate lately?
Yeah, Josh, man, you have a talent. When legalized sports betting comes, I know they offer props on who's going to hit the home run. You could make a lot of money there.
Ooh, I like money.
There you go.
Idiocracy reference for everybody, just in case. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's always good to spell out the reference. That makes them better.
Well, that one's a tough one for people.
Zach Jameson is asking Alex, how much weight do you put into game theory in general? I would assume a lot, but how often do you fade Coors in general?
I think strategy is especially important in baseball because so many teams are close together and how they're going to do compared to other sports. So I don't really think about like fading Coors or not. It's it doesn't. You gotta look at both sides individually because what happens to one team in Coors probably won't affect the other team. Tonight I really like Coors because everyone's spending up at pitcher on a different day when there's higher ownership in our ownership projections. I might look to pick some stacks that are lesser owned, but I don't think that the Coors game is going to be over-owned today.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. That's more of a logical, functional form of game theory, which comes from the horse's mouth of the man who's won a lot of money doing this whole thing. Let's see. How many home runs do you have in the home run count for DK? A popular question in the chat lately.
Clearly 30.
What if he only has like 10?
I checked yesterday, and the one I needed were the Braves. So let me check here.
How do you not have 30? Holy shit.
I mean, yeah, I don't know how long has it been going on? A couple days or something? Oh, wow, it's been going on 8 days. I haven't been following this at all, I guess. Okay, I got.
So you basically just don't play the Braves, then, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I got 29 out of 30 still. I need one from the Braves, but I do like the Braves tonight. I'm gonna be having them, so if they get a home run, I got my fingers crossed. Then I will be having all 30 teams.
There you go.
It makes me feel better about fading the Braves constantly, though.
Reboshua, who I feel like I would never pronounce that name right. Alex, do you employ a coverage model when attacking a GPP, aka trying to have some amount of all teams, or do you restrict your ownership to teams that grade out near leveraged or leveraged?
That is a question it sounds like a great question, a little bit over my head. I guess I used to spread out my ownership more, but more recently I've been really trying to hone in on what the spots I think are under-owned are. So my ownership is more concentrated.
Got it. So you're not a cover your ass guy. I respect that. You're not hedging out there in the field. Let's see. A lot of Sam Gaviglio talk. What are people missing about Sam Gaviglio? I don't know. I feel like that's just the algorithm thing. We can't question that.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I think people miss is like the pitcher for the Braves, Mike Foltynewicz, or he strikes out like more than half of the time, which is like absurdly frequently. So it's like, plus they have some other Ks in the lineup. Usually the Braves strike out less than average.
Here's an important question that we discussed on the stream recently. Do you agree that players with cooler names often perform better than players with boring names? Is there any data to back that up?
Yeah, actually, one of my favorite players in fantasy is the spell check, Aaron Aflalo. Actually, now that I think about it, he hasn't made me very much money, so maybe the nickname thing is the opposite way.
He's not making his teams very better either. That's a terrible fucking sentence. Oh my god. Aaron Aflalo sucks. That's what I'm trying to say. My bad. It's been a long day. I shouldn't even chime in. It's one of those things.
No, you're the home run king. You wear the crown of dongs proudly. We need to hear your voice as part of this exchange. It's very important.
That's probably true.
He's got the best nickname. That's all I'm saying.
How often do you edit your algorithm or models?
I'll go back and look at it if I've been losing money, basically. So if I'm not having success, I'll like reevaluate my methods. But then maybe when I'm winning money, I'm more cocky and I'm not worried about it as much.
I didn't actually get a chance to watch the morning stream, but Shark, our boy, is asking about Marco Gonzalez. Is Marco Gonzalez coming up for you at all? Jake is often a big fan. I actually don't mind him today either. How do you feel about Marco Gonzalez tonight?
Oh man, double check my sheet here. I don't think he's in any of my lineups, and he's not grading out that well for me. Yeah, it's just like the Angels. By my calculation, they strike out significantly less than average, so I'm not really that optimistic about his case.
Got it. All right, that's fair. Let's see, any good questions? Do revenge games play into your data? For example, Yelich versus the Marlins has been great. I know we don't love BVP, but do you ever feel compelled to account for that in a game like that with a player who's left the team with some sort of acrimony?
I was kind of tempted to factor in revenge games with Sale because he like cut up his old team's jersey or something, but that seemed especially like a sore spot. But in general, especially in baseball, I mean, I don't factor it at all because he's on a revenge game doesn't mean he's gonna adjust his bat 5 millimeters and hit a home run instead of a fly ball. You know, it's kind of such a fine-tuned game that I don't know if players can consciously get that kind of advantage.
Revenge like football is a game of inches, if we're going to quote things. I'm not going to point out my reference, Josh, because that's what professionals do.
Well, maybe you should, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Really, you don't know Any Given Sunday? Get out of here.
Not my movie.
Oh, fucking cock.
I prefer other football movies. What do you want out of me?
That's fine. You wouldn't. Alex, do you want to challenge the home run king, Josh, today and make a pick?
Of course I do. Last time I went super chalky with Mike Trout, so I'm gonna go a different direction today. Give you guys a chance. I'm gonna pick Greg Bird.
Oh, wow. All right, we're going deep this time. Yeah, Alex.
We're not going deep at all. He grades out 19th in my model. He's like 8 spots behind Trout. You crazy people.
I mean, he grades
out 19th in my model too. It's a great pick.
That means I passed over 18 guys that I thought would do better than him.
I like that pick a lot.
Alex is 1 for 2 so far with home run picks, so he technically is the king of our home run game. If we are being technical.
No, you gotta regress that. We know better than anybody that we need regression.
Yeah, go.
Do you guys know anyone on the Braves that's gonna hit a home run today?
Yeah, Josh, what are your picks?
Highest? Who's my highest Brave? Freddie Freeman, obviously.
Okay, I'll make sure to have a lineup with him then.
Ozzy Albies or Freeman? They're my 2.
I would say Acuna. Acuna, righties. Sam Gaviglio giving up a lot of home runs to righties per 9.
We don't need your input here, Spags. They're looking for an actual home run.
You are such a shithead.
I'm about to X out Acuna from all my lineups.
Ooh, I love it. It makes me so happy.
You know, I was a champ for like 2 months, just to be clear, but it's fine. It's fine. Alex, any parting words, I guess, on anything, on an angle that you feel like people are missing on the slate? Any sort of, minor advantage that they might get by playing a guy, I guess, besides Sam Gaviglio?
Well, first of all, thanks everyone for supporting the show. I think there's a lot of good info on the site already that you can kind of look into. It's all about kind of zigging when other people are zagging, trying to figure out some spots that are really good, but maybe the ownership's not there. So Gaviglio is one. Another guy I like that I mentioned in the article is Vincent Velasquez. I think he's kind of going under the radar.
Cool. There we go. So that's picks from the horse's mouth. Thank you, Alex, for coming on. Any final words for these animals in the live chat?
Just thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Good luck tonight.
Later, boss.
All right, thanks. Yes, sir.
All right, there we go. That's Alex at AwesomoDFS if you want to follow him on Twitter or Instagram. Of course, you should be a premium member to see all of Alex's content. He's writing articles every day. He's working hard in addition to being the top player in the world. So we thank the boss man for coming on. And now we can just talk amongst us assholes and old Josh, Barry, and me. Watch Acuna hit a home run tonight. I feel like that's a great pick. I'm not making my home run pick, but it's a great pick.
I love that you're like, I was a champ for a while. You know who else was a champ once? David Arquette.
Not for 2 months.
I think he had it way longer than it was like 5 days or something, right?
It was like, a couple of days. No, that's fine. You want to make our home run picks? We got Jake Hari, the baseball savant himself, the owner of baseballsavant.mlb.com. It's crazy that they allowed him to own part of the MLB domain name, but I don't know why I don't make the MLB's business plans. I just report on them. My pick is actually Jake's pick is Daniel Palka. My pick is Nelson Cruz.
I dropped chocolate ice cream on my pants, and now it looks like I shit myself.
This is the genius that we're all turning to for home run picks.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. Okay, so you've got Cruz. Jake has Palka.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got to pick somebody from the White Sox and the Mariners. Looks like it's going to be more Mariners.
It's going to be Haniger, isn't it?
No, but it is going to be Kyle Seager.
All right. Interesting. Okay. I don't know that I see that one that much, but yeah, who am I to question, I guess? Who am I to question? Would it hurt more if Nelson Cruz hits the home run tonight? I hope it does.
For me? No, it won't hurt me at all.
I feel like it should.
Dude, 6 of 10. I'm riding high.
Okay, so I'll just give my reason real fast. I talked to Josh yesterday. I think I asked on the stream. I don't know if it was off the stream or not, whatever it was, about his home run picks. I'm targeting Jamie Barria because his home run splits versus righties are much worse. 2.2 home runs per 9 versus righties versus 0.84 versus lefties. So that's also why I feel like Josh's pick kind of sucks. But I that's my logic for it. So now you guys know. feel like we can try to take you inside the secret sauce whenever we can.
I'll say this much: Nelson Cruz, 4th.
They're good. I think I have your formula down now that you told me it.
Look, Seager's got a really nice home run rate. Whoever the hell's pitching against the Mariners also has a high home run rate. I like it.
But are you not accounting? Are you not accounting for hand splits in your chart?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, Seager's a righty-lefty matchup, so you're the one not really accounting for it.
Right, but Barria. Okay, I don't always believe though that the opposite hand is better. I think some pitchers do have notable splits where like they are better versus the same-handed hitter.
Oh yeah, sure.
And I think Barria is one of those guys where he's much worse versus the same-handed hitter.
I'm with you.
I don't know. Hey, look, we'll find out tonight.
We will.
On the battlefield. On the battlefield of the Mariners-Angels game where all the hot baseball takes go down. What's the reason for Palka? Probably that Jake isn't that good at this game would be the reason.
Ooh, that is just brutally mean.
I would assume, I don't want to speak for Jake, if he wants to pop into the chat and give his rationale, he certainly can. Let's see. The reason for Palka, if I were to guess, would be that some pretty good hard contact for Luke Weaver, especially within the last month or so. And Palka's got some pop, and he hits a home run 5% of the time. So sure, Jake. Sure. He is the baseball savant. I don't want to talk shit, especially if he's not in the chat.
So I'll say I've got Palka 44th in my model. Reason that it doesn't look all that great. I don't want to get this wrong. I think you just said it, so I don't remember. Yeah. So Weaver's got a below, well, like I guess above average, depending on how you want to say it. Weaver doesn't give up home runs as much as other people on the slate, so that's what's pushing Palka down a little bit. But I mean, still 44th is not bad. I don't have to scroll to get to him, so I consider that to be like a decent pick. You know, we're all on the top page today.
Jake getting worked up in the chat. That is my original guy. He was one. He and Ryan Healy were my two scrubs who did hit home runs on my behalf, but not tonight. Just not tonight for me and Palka. Willing to admit, it's not every night for me and Palka. Sometimes he just pops in and out like a booty call. It's what our lives are.
Whoever I pick is every night, though.
That's true. You have been on a tear. It's gonna end. It's gonna end, and the champ is gonna get his crown of dongs back, and I will wear it proudly.
Tiger Slam tonight. Kyle Seager, you guys know what to do. When Kyle Seager inevitably goes yard tonight, please tweet at me. Please tweet at Chris Spags.
Please tweet when Nelson Cruz hits his first of 3 home runs, and then tweet me again with Josh when he hits a second one. And then when he hits a third one, send a bag of shit that's lit on fire to Josh's house.
You better hope that old shit doesn't break a hip on his way to first.
All right, let's talk more actual baseball. How do we feel about pitcher tonight? I guess overall we talked about some of the top guys. Matthew Prodwell asking about Kenta Maeda, a man who I love often with a pretty interesting matchup. Who do we feel like is going perhaps a little under-recognized or a little under-owned at pitcher?
Bolte for sure. Projected 6% ownership on DK. I'm a little bit north of double that. I'm a little higher on Carlos Carrasco than the field seems to be. And I've got Dan Straley with a 36% chance of being the top value pitcher, or a top 2 value pitcher on DraftKings. And I think that I think he might be going just like, I don't want to say that he's going underrepresented because we're projecting 13% ownership, but I'm happy to go a little higher. I think Straley is sort of the who was it a couple days ago? I think like Straley is the Danny Duffy of today. But I think Straley's better than Danny Duffy was that day. Now, Duffy played well, but I think Straley's like a better version of that for today.
So you know who I'm a little intrigued by, and this is me again. Like we discussed, we're panning for gold. Some of these guys aren't going to be great.
Bartolo Colon? I'm just trying to find guys that were really good 12 years ago.
No, he wasn't in the league 12 years ago, but he has been dog shit a few times lately. Mr. Sonny Gray seems due for some regression to the mean, and the Orioles are about as good of a get well spot as you could hope for. So I don't mind Sonny Gray, especially at his price tonight. That's going to burn me. That is going to burn me. I'm playing him a little too much. in the limited lineups that I have tonight. I don't know. And also Baltimore kind of owns New York's ass lately, which worries me a little. But Sonny Gray jumps out to me as being a pretty okay value, even though I don't know that I trust him in any way.
Yeah, I'm neutral with the field. He's 10%. I think I had 9 on my last crunch. If Sonny Gray does burn you, can we call him like chlamydia or something moving forward?
If he has another bad game, he's had 2 really, really bad games in a row. I mentioned on one of the Jake live streams, I now also have a split with the last 14 days just to kind of get how a guy's kind of looking recently in case, something pops out. Sonny Gray's, just set the picture. Sonny Gray in general, 1.33 whip, 3.96 xFIP, pretty standard amongst the slate. Last 14 days, Sonny Gray's whip 3.92. That means he's giving up almost 4 walks and hits per innings pitched. His xFIP is 6.25. He's given up 4 home runs per 9 innings, a 550 BABIP. He has been terrible. So it feels like it's got to even out, right? Right?
Look, I have him. I don't know what else to say. I have him. I have way too much Mariners. Holy shit.
I love the Mariners. I mean, I like a mini stack of the Mariners. I don't love the Mariners in general.
Yeah, they have way too much exposure, but I probably won't tweak it.
I'm very much going against Australia tonight. I have quite a few Brewer stacks, which they had a big night. I think last night, or maybe the night before. I don't remember. So I'm a little reticent to go back, but I do feel like Australia is going to give up enough. And I think both sides of the plate. I was actually pretty intrigued by the Milwaukee stack. I think they have some good pop there. So I'm not on Australia's boat, but who am I to question Josh? I guess I don't know. That's right. I am the person to question you every day.
Just for sake of argument, hold on. I'm gonna read something here. 1 second. Of the bunch, my favorite is Dan Straley, who I think is significantly underpriced at 5K versus the Brewers at home. Who wrote that sentence, I wonder? Oh, wait, hold on. That sentence was written by #1 player in the world, Alex Awesome Baker.
Look, as a game theory play, absolutely. As a statistical play, I'm not on board with Dan Straley. The one thing that I would give him is that he's been okay recently, and he's not terrible versus righties. But even then, he still gives up so much hard contact and stuff, and a lot of fly balls. And if he misses bats, sure, but I don't think he's going to miss bats tonight. I don't think Milwaukee's gonna beat him up.
I wish I picked pitchers like I pick home runs.
No, don't we all?
I don't. I don't at all.
How about Velasquez versus Weaver? How about it?
That's definitely 2 guys.
I can tell you right now, I think I have 1 Velasquez and no Weavers right now. And Chris, don't worry. Shaw is going to crush a 3-runner on Straley. Shaw is very much a part of my stack. Lefties have been hitting Straley hard. Righties have been hitting him harder, at least from a home run perspective, which I can now point out. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty okay with the Brewers, but I see why that you wouldn't. What's a good team implied total? Anyone really, but in general, I would say, Josh, like about 4.5, like Aaron Hopkins says. Does that sound right?
It depends on the slate. Like, it's all relative. I mean, my goal is, like, 5 or higher is going to make teams be on people's radar, but I don't... Like, somebody could have a 3.9 total, and that doesn't necessarily mean they're off the board. It all depends on the salary of the player. So 5 is usually great. Under 4 is usually suspect. Anywhere in the 4s, slate size is dependent. But salary is more important than that, in my opinion.
To me, I've noticed that when I try to target, I've had better nights targeting the guys in the 4.3 to 5 range as my main stacks because they tend to be lower owned. Because here's something that I found helpful, which I learned during NBA. I think earlier in the year, because obviously not true now, but I realized that everybody knows the exact same things that I do. And for the most part, everybody you're playing against, it's probably not true of the entire field, but the people you're competing with to actually win a tournament, they know all the same things you do. So you have to outthink yourself in a respect. And to me, the way to do that is to target guys who are teams who are a little lower totaled. So I think you're okay going in that 4 to 5 range. It's just I would target guys who like pitchers who have a weakness versus a hand, pitchers who have been terrible lately. Like that's sort of where I try to find inefficiencies, and it's been working better for me.
There you go.
see, who's a safe SP2 tonight?
Dan Straley.
Is he safe? Is he a real safe one?
Second highest chance, or the highest chance of being the best value pitcher of the slate, in my opinion.
Okay. For me, an SP2, a safe one, I don't think I have a great many of tonight. Maybe. Yeah, I would say, Kenta, but he's not really an SP2. That's about as safe as I could say.
Sorry, I got caught up dancing.
It's fine. Also liking Velasquez and Maeda. Sure, I like Maeda. I don't like this when they ask for your donk pick. I like when they would come in and be like, what's Chris's pick? But no, Josh's pick was some asshole.
Why would they ask anything other than mine?
Ugh. Yeah, the big head on you. Kevin McKay, full stack Brewers. Congrats on winning money along with me tonight, Kevin McKay. I'm with you.
Yeah, I have like almost twice the field of Brewers, so.
What are your I don't want you to do well then now. Now it's been ruined. What are your thoughts on Weaver?
Thoughts on Weaver?
Yeah.
I'm right with the field on him. I think he looks really good.
I'm not crazy about Weaver tonight, but that's more because I like a few guys more, and I think he's at a weird price. I don't. Let me just double check to make sure. I don't hate him, especially against the White Sox, but yeah, no, you know what? I could see it. I didn't get there, but I could see why you would want to go there. White Sox, I think people don't respect enough. They're not fair. Let's see. Our boy Andrew Mocht is asking Cruz or Peralta tonight. Who would you pick? For me, it's Cruz.
Cruz or Cruz.
I feel like that one's not even close for me. Barria very bad versus righties. Chris's pick is Nelson Cruz, Makad. Thanks for asking, pal. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You all appreciated.
Also, fantasy football advice. I think you're the guy who won some tournaments last night. So if so, congratulations, and tweeted us a screen cap. 2 people, I think, won fairly noteworthy tournaments yesterday who are people who've watched the stream. So congrats to you guys. Again, if you do take down a tournament above 10,000, you can get into our queue to get on the show on one of our Friday weird ones. Sadly, I'm not going to be here for this Friday. It's going to be tough. How are you going to survive?
Did I know that?
I think you did, but Jake does.
Yeah. Here's the problem. I don't remember anything. So I'm doing the stream with Jake on Friday. That's fun.
Yeah, and then obviously no streams next week until the following Friday because it will be the All-Star game.
Yeah, I'm very excited about this break.
Makad, I have X Nelson. Listen, if you guys want to X my picks out, I think it's going to be your loss, especially you, Makad. Shame on you.
To be fair, I really like Nelson Cruz just in general today. So I'm not in any position to be like, yo, his pick sucks, because it doesn't. It's really good.
Yeah. To be fair, most of my picks are pretty good. Like I'm actually having a really solid week, which we discussed yesterday. The emotionally crippling near first place finish I had yesterday. My sheet's really been paying off. Now with the home runs, the world's my oyster. Any weather concerns tonight? None that I'm aware of.
I haven't looked.
Let me just double check. Green. Oh, Mariners lineup's in. Hopefully, Nelson Cruz resting. That would be a kick in the groin. Not true though. Yeah, no weather concerns that I'm seeing right now. Anything? Yeah, everybody's green. So there you go, Noah. Is Saladino okay to throw in a stack? I would say he's okay. I went to Nottingham more with my Brewers stack, but not a great sample size there or anything. So Saladino's fine.
I wanted to make a Nottingham joke there, but I don't remember what it's from.
Robin Hood, maybe?
Is that what it is? Robin Hood? Yeah, I almost said Snow White.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
That's what I was looking for.
Do you think the Braves can be a sneaky stack?
Can we call you Friar Tuck? Do I think the Braves can be a sneaky stack? Sure. I'm relatively indifferent. I really like Freeman today. Check out Quick Hits to know that.
Let's see. And I just want to make sure there's nothing surprising in the Dodgers because I do have them stacked a couple times.
So
and they're all good.
Barbecued. Oh, I wanted to tell you this. We haven't talked about it yet. Started watching Game of Thrones.
Oh, how do you like it so far?
So far, so good, I guess. I don't hate it as much as I hated it the first time I tried watching it.
Okay.
I don't find many people likable besides Peter Dinklage, which I assume is like a really popular opinion, but I don't know where his character goes. And the super hot chick that is with the yoked dude.
So you haven't finished the first season yet?
No, we're 5 episodes in.
Okay. So that's really, when you finish the first season, you'll get the show. Because I was behind it, I had parts of the first season spoiled for me, and then I caught up. But once it all ends, it'll crystallize, I think, in a way where you'll be locked in. That'd be my recommendation.
There are a couple things that I like, unfortunately, know, but I don't think they're going to be like super pivotal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that hot chick is sweet.
She's very attractive and also very naked in the first season, which she is not very much in the following seasons.
I mean, she's just fully naked in the pilot.
Yeah, she is. She's and very quiet. It's actually, her character arc is probably one of the more interesting ones, and also very empowering for the ladies out there, which is what we care about.
Yeah, I kind of know a little too much about her character arc, so.
There you go. Well, I think you'll still have some surprises based on what I can tell. So just stick with it. You'll enjoy it.
I'm not worried about it. I'm in. We don't have anything else to watch.
Let's Matthew Protoel talking about the Cardinals. Actually, Shark talking about my gym gains. They're going great. Actually, I'm not eating carbs this week because I have to go to a wedding this weekend. So it's been really helpful because that's been the one thing I haven't been doing that I've needed to do. So I'm feeling great, Shark. Thank you for asking. Is there a better play at shortstop than Chris Taylor on FanDuel?
Probably, but we'll find out.
I like Lindor, I think, a little more if you can afford him.
I thought you were avoiding carbs.
Lindor? Is that a carb? What?
Little chocolate pieces?
What the fuck are you talking about?
See, sometimes you need to talk about your references, man. If I would have been like Lindor, like the truffle, you'd have been like, ha ha ha, I get it, candy.
Oh, I don't eat truffles. I don't like truffles. Truffle oils and any sort of chocolate truffles kind of gross me out.
It's just chocolate, man. I don't even know why they're called truffles. It just tastes like a candy bar in a circle.
I don't like truffle oil, and it's rubbed off on chocolate truffles.
Truffle oil is just bullshit. That's just chefs jerking off onto french fries and stuff.
It's overrated, truffle oil, I would say, but it is everywhere, and it's just mushrooms. It's just ground up mushrooms. Fucking cares.
Makad, it doesn't matter if she's annoying. She's hot. That makes up for annoying quirks.
Fair. Mr. Robot is fire. I fell off Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot kind of lost me. So the first season I thought was great, but then the second season I was like, what's going on? So I can't speak to Mr. Robot, unfortunately.
Nor can I.
Why are our viewership numbers just static, or do I need to refresh the page?
225?
We were at 240 for like the entire time since Alex was on, and on my screen it just didn't change. And I just like knowing what the actual number is.
Yeah, it probably fell off when I stopped paying attention.
Oh, is that what it is? I think it usually goes up when they're like, oh, that Muppet over there is not talking. Thank God.
Once I gave my home run pick, people didn't need to be here any longer.
Oh, now we're good. Did you guys also get caught off guard by Pham last night? Yes, I did, but I swapped him out, which was fine actually, because I had DeJong in my lineups, and he got a pretty big boost by going up the lineup.
Shout out to whoever tweeted at me about that. I was sitting on the crapper at like 8:01, and I was like, "Oh no!" I had to scramble and get Pham out.
I gotta know. You gotta get DK Live. I do like their notifications, especially if you are playing on DraftKings. Anybody who's in your lineup, you got a good notification for, and usually some pretty decent leeway.
I have it. I just don't pay attention.
Just got here. Thoughts. By the way, the entitlement of you to just get here and immediately ask a question, Nicholas. Shame on you. But thoughts on Beckham and Machado tonight? I don't like them because I like Sonny Gray. But if you are a sane-minded person who realizes that Sonny Gray sucks, he looks fine. I think that 1-5 would be where I would go with the righties before getting to Chris Davis.
I mean, I'm always fine with Machado.
He had a great night last night, which would make me not want to roster him tonight, to be quite honest. But I see where you're going with it. I think, 1-5 would be my move for Baltimore.
Would you not bet on red if it came up on the roulette wheel just because it came up last time?
I've never actually played real life roulette. It just seems stupid to me because I know I'm going to lose that. I'd probably I probably would be more inclined to pick black there. Yes.
Fair enough.
Oh, is Fam out again?
Like late again? Because that'd be annoying as shit. I don't care if he's just not playing.
But like, is he out now? No, he's in the lineup. I haven't seen the lineup change.
I was gonna say, if he got scratched again in the 0 hour, I'd lose my mind.
Who is Vasquez pitch count?
Hopefully 100. I got a lot of them.
I also believe he meant Velasquez, which threw me off. I was like, Vasquez? Who? What? Christian Vasquez? He's not a pitcher.
I was thinking Javier Vasquez, but he hasn't been in the league in a hot minute.
Yeah, I don't think Velasquez has a pitch count. Oh, Greg Ging taking my home run pick. Great one. DeJay, Fam is not out currently unless he gets late scratched again, but he is currently in the lineup, so you're good.
I also have 18% Fam, so I would have to scramble again. Just FYI, 13% Nelson Cruz. We're projecting 6, so in a way, I don't mind if you go yard.
Ooh, okay. This is what I just need to do. I just need to get ahead of your lineups, and then you have to root for me. It's all I've ever wanted.
Well, like, if he hits a home run, I hope it's like a grand slam. If it's just some solo dong, I can give a shit.
It's fair. Let's see. Josh, you said you didn't like Gerardo Parra tonight or earlier on the morning stream, but Alex has him ranked really high. Why are you avoiding him?
I have 3%, so I'm under the field right now. I'll take a closer look just to be a little bit more in depth while this FanDuel crunch goes. It's more of a roster constraint thing than anything else. I have Ian Desmond projected higher than him, so, and to be like a slightly better value, so I get a little bit more Desmond in the cases that can pop up. It's only 4-3 in percentage terms, but I'm already getting Cargo in a decent amount and Blackman relatively decently. So it's just one of those cases where Parr is not popping up, mostly because he's an outfielder. If he had a different position, he'd be fine. I have no issues with him. It's just not how like my builds are going. But he grades out really well for me.
Does Josh have a home run call for a catcher?
Yeah, I can do that. That's fine.
I bet it's going to be Yadier Molina.
Let's find out. I'm just going to assume it's catcher on DK. So let me find position because I don't normally sort this by position. So if I needed to pick a catcher to hit a home run today, it would be Evan Gattis. But I feel like you mean like a real catcher. But Evan Gattis would be the pick. If we want to get a little weirder, give me Yan Gomes for my catcher home run.
Oh, all right. I like Molina. I think Molina grades out well. I'm disappointed in you. And
if I get them both right today,
they don't count.
Something needs to happen. Something needs to happen.
Not official picks.
No. I'm fine. I'm fine with the unofficial pick. But if I get them both, we need to have like a bigger conversation about how amazing I am.
Here's what you get. You get this. You get this finger gesture. The old whoop-de-doo.
That's fine. I'm gonna give all y'all a double finger gesture if I nail both of those.
Let's see. Dorowitz. I don't even know what that's in reference to. When's the next Chick-fil-A bet? Probably when basketball season starts.
I'll make Chick-fil-A bets whenever, because win or lose, I'll just go to Chick-fil-A anyway. I'm addicted to those chicken sandwiches. They just built one, like even closer than the old one to my house. Brand new. Should be opening in like a couple days. Can't wait.
I'm happy for you, even though I don't want to be.
The other one gets so crowded because it's like smack dab in the middle of like Soccer Mom Central. So this one should be pretty good. It's in front of Lowe's, so I just got to deal with people that look like my father-in-law.
People are doing some either ors. Get your either ors in now. I guess we'll hit some of them. Let's see. Who would you prefer as a one-off between Peralta and Kane?
Peralta and Kane. Peralta. Are we boring you, Chris?
That was a genuine yawn. Peralta has a little more pop, which I like. I do think Marquez has actually been pretty good his last couple of weeks. His whip has dropped. His xFIP has dropped. He's been getting more swinging strikes, and chase rate has gone up as well. I would go Kane. I'd go Kane. Actually, I almost talked myself into playing Marquez tonight, but I was like, don't get too cute, Chris. Don't get too cute.
I have a little bit of him, actually.
He has been missing bats really well. I mean, his last couple outings has been really strong in a way where that doesn't jive with his other outings. But
yeah, his price point's worth a look as like a value play if Coors busts.
And a lot of strikeouts on that Arizona side. Let's see. Weaver and Coors bats or Sale and Cardinals bats?
Weaver and Coors bats.
I'm going to go less contrarian and go with Sale and the Cardinals just because I think the Cardinals are in a pretty good spot, and I like Sale, and I don't like Weaver that much. I just like, honestly, I would one off Blackman if I were playing Coors, would be my choice. Chris remembered my out. Yeah, I was disgusted by your Montas pick, which was terrible. We're missing the boat on Weaver tonight. Look, Weaver is not Montas, to be clear. Montas is a much worse pitcher than Weaver.
I'm not missing shit. I have 18% Weaver on DK.
I don't mind Weaver. He's just not my dude tonight. But yeah, but that's not a Montas play. Montas is a much worse pitcher.
No, Weaver's good.
Yeah, Weaver actually gets strikeouts and stuff, which Montas doesn't, other than that last outing, which was bizarre and aberration. Josh, how's honey season going? I don't know what that means. Are you farming honey?
No. Oh, Wilmington is known for bees. That it doesn't really matter to me. I don't fuck with honey all that often. I haven't been drinking tea that much. I put it in my yogurt, but I've been avoiding excess sugar lately, like Spags.
I enjoy honey when you have a nice sore when you have a nice sore throat. When you have a sore throat, a little honey and tea. I'm cleaning up.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently Wilmington is known for bees.
Also, have we commented how you look like Charlie Brown today? Because we should.
I'm Charlie Brown now. Well, guess what, guys? When I pick that home run, I'm gonna kick that motherfucking football.
I don't want to be Charlie Brown. I'm the chubster.
I'll be Charlie Brown. He's popular as shit.
Hey, not with the ladies, though. Charlie Brown is suffering.
I'm sure he smashed it. What's the competition? That dirty-ass dude that drags around a fucking rank-ass blanket? He's going to slay when he gets older, man.
I know Linus, I feel like, would grow up and be pretty handsome. And then
he'd probably live in... Linus would live in, like, Portland or something now. Just a dirty fucking hipster.
Woodstock, too. Woodstock was slain.
Yeah, he's the guy that would, like, bring the guitar out at a party.
Wait, no, Woodstock was the piano guy. No, that's not the piano. Woodstock was the bird. Who was the
I don't know any of their names, man. I mean, I know them. I don't know who's who.
I know Snoopy.
Sure.
Oh, I think Jake would absolutely be the Woodstock. I would have to be the Snoopy if Josh is Charlie Brown.
I mean, isn't Alex Charlie Brown in this scenario?
No, it's just in terms of the live stream.
Oh, okay.
You're Charlie Brown. I guess. Yeah, I'm okay being Snoopy. I like Snoopy a lot as a little kid. I used to have his shirts and stuff from Macy's.
I want to applaud everyone right now for not making any jokes about someone being like Lucy or something. So congratulations.
We've all grown so far. Josh, will your NBA projections be behind the paywall this year? Will we get those without premium?
I have no idea.
Also a fair take.
Like they'll exist the same way they always did. If we want them behind the paywall, they'll be behind the paywall. If we want to give them out as free projections like we did, then they'll be free. It's not my call. I don't really care. I've been giving them away for free for years, so I'll be happy to monetize them slightly.
Yeah, you love giving it away for free, don't you?
Yeah, I did. It got me this job.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Easy, Peppermint Patty.
Weaver or Marquez on FanDuel?
Weaver or Marquez on FanDuel? Weaver.
Yeah. I would also say Weaver. But, hey, we did extol the value or the virtue, rather, of Marquez. I got to finish my lineup. I have one that didn't get in.
Yeah, if you're taking only one pitcher on FanDuel and you're thinking about taking Marquez as starter in cores, that's some bold shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I have 2% Marquez, but it's because I have 168 lineups on FanDuel, so bound to step in shit.
Yeah, I'd rather just pay you for them if I'm paying, says Bazam. Josh is an employee. We don't take any under-the-table deals here. You pay Awesemo, or else you don't pay us. Yeah. We're like strippers. We don't touch the money. It just goes right to the behind the desk. How often do both of you score over 200 on FanDuel? I think I have once. Actually, I don't play FanDuel, so no, I don't even know how to answer that.
I can give you that answer if it's really important.
Probably not that important.
It's not.
Let's see. Stanton or Pollock or Peralta?
Stanton. Stanton's like one of my most popular one-offs today.
I feel like Stanton's always probably a good one-off for you, given the home run thing.
Even more so today, for some strange reason. I don't know. It must just be the way salary breaks out.
Fair enough.
But, I mean, they have a 5-run implied total, so I guess it's not, super crazy.
Second base is always the hardest to choose. Yeah, I like Jed Jerko. If you want to play, if you just want to take a random second baseman who I like. All right, I finished my lineup. We're good. I didn't stack that one up that well because I can't do both these things at once. Pitcher on the FanDuel late slate. Who would you go with?
I would have to know who the pitchers on the late slate are. I don't know what time. Oh, I guess I have the game times in here. I assume the late slate is starting at 8 o'clock.
I would assume it's actually the Mariners, Angels. Let's see.
No, it's only 2 games. I'm guessing the later slate on FanDuel is. Let's see. Late night is okay. So it's the Coors game and then the 2 more. Or the Express. Look, I don't know. I don't have one. Whoever I have in this slate a lot, it's just them, but more.
I would assume it's the Mariners and Angels game and Dodgers and Padres game, which if I were playing it, I would go Marco and Maeda.
There's 3 late slates on FanDuel. There's the Express, the late night, and the after hours. The one has just the Coors game plus the 10 o'clocks. So if that's the case, oh my god, Maeda is probably the nuts. After the conversation we had this morning, I like Marco Gonzalez more than I did. I mean, people are going to be mashing Rockies and Diamondbacks, so I actually probably like Marquez a little bit there.
Goldschmidt or AJ Pollock on DraftKings?
Goldschmidt.
I would also say Goldschmidt.
I mean, if we're just picking random guys, I have Goldschmidt projected better. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't see anything. I mean, he just is a better hitter, so that doesn't seem like a tough one. Grand Slam pick. No Grand Slam. I did have a Grand Slam last night with Colton Wong, which felt pretty good.
Should have picked him.
I should have, but the Colton Wong didn't exactly grade out that high for some reason. I wonder why.
Well, I'm the king of dongs. You're not going to get any Wong, so.
That hurt me. That hurt so much. Let's see. Anything else? I guess we're locked now, as people in the chat are pointing out. Been a great show today. I don't often say that as a compliment to ourselves, but boy, a real great show.
I couldn't agree more. Got the boss man in here. We got to talk about how awesome I am at picking dongs. Really just a hour-long stroke fest for me.
I've also had a very productive day. I had a doctor's appointment. I had an oil change. I feel like I didn't, got a good amount of research in. I feel good.
I got to watch some soccer. Go Croatia.
Sure. Yeah, big win for Croatia. So wait, it's Croatia and France in the final?
Yep.
Poor England. Can you imagine being England and you finally? I mean, I don't know if they've been in the Final Four recently.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, I didn't think they had. But getting there and you lose to fucking Croatia, that would really hurt me if I were English.
Late goal too, Mario Mandzukic, my dude.
And England was up too. I saw they were up 1-0, and that would even hurt even worse.
Yes, they were. Both goals were sweet.
not ideal. Ownership. I guess you want to look at ownerships right now.
It's just the 7:05 game, so it's Yankees and Orioles. I don't care.
Oh, all right.
If we're on for 4 more minutes, then yeah, that'll be 5 more games. But
Todd, have you ever thought about broadcasting outside of fantasy sports live streams? I have. I had a show on Facebook Live that was watched by more people, much more people than the stream. So, Josh, Josh just masturbates on camera mostly.
Yep. Check me out on Chat Roulette.
Aaron D says Josh should do stand-up comedy. Fuck you, Aaron. I fucking did stand-up. That's how you get on my shit list.
Aaron D, I've thought about it.
It's fun. It's worth doing at least once in your life. It's a very powerful, social construct where you're holding a microphone.
I've got a buddy that's taking a run at it in LA right now for like the past 2 years. So kudos to him. Go Nate Banditelli.
Oh, good for him. Yeah, no, it's tough. Like that was where I kind of hit a crossroads with it, where like I had a full-time job and then I also started my first website, and I was like becoming a full-time thing fast. And if you could stick with it and really like hit the grindstone and like go every night and wait at clubs until fucking 1 o'clock for your stage time, you really can make a good run of it. I think it's just a matter of practice and getting comfortable and having things to talk about. Like
the amount of work that it would take would stop me from doing this, and right now I have the absolute perfect life, so I'm just gonna have to stick to saying stupid shit on this stream.
Yeah, we've discussed maybe going with some sort of off-topic podcast thing, but something tells me the boss men, well, actually not, I'm sure Alex would be okay with it, but the other boss men might not be that into it if it's an Osmo thing. But who knows? Yeah. Who knows what the future holds?
I think we would probably have to take that off-brand.
I do think we will have more podcasts coming up, though. If I have my druthers, I think we'll have one come football season, which will be a little, it'll be on topic, but it'll have the same amount of off-topic stuff. Are either of you guys on the West Coast? Yes, I'm in LA. Josh is not.
Opposite. I'm on the East Coast, literally.
Yeah, literally the exact, I think, pretty close to the same height in terms of America's map as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, also, since I did promote it and we didn't have it today, somebody's computer ate our video that we did. The first part we did breaking down the NFL preview. So my column is done. We do have to do another video session tomorrow to try to bang it out. Josh and I do. So we should have a full NFL preseason preview going up, all the offseason moves, all of the Vegas totals, MVP projections, or MVP odds, rather. So we'll have something likely going up tomorrow afternoon East Coast time. Yeah. It's the hope. Maybe Friday, worst case scenario, but hopefully tomorrow. So NFL, we are ready. I am ready. I have been bleeding from the years thinking about football.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like do happy drugs before every Sunday.
Why happy drugs?
So I could have the energy of being interested in the NFL.
Oh, I feel like my enthusiasm will rub off on you.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the No Fun League.
Sad. What about the XFL?
I'm in 100%. Get that He Hate Me character back. I am in.
I think the XFL is going to be better this time around too.
Could it be worse? Could it be worse?
It was fun the first time. It could have actually, I think it could have worked if they had stuck with it. But then once NBC wasn't interested in keeping it on, they were fucked.
It was like they were just hemorrhaging money.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can't care enough about it. I don't give a fuck. Liverpool in 2 months. That's all that matters, really.
Aaron D, recap shows are hard if you don't have access to highlights, and our COO is a lawyer, so I don't think he'd be cool with running highlights either. It's look, the future, who knows what it'll hold. We will be doing, I think, lineup review for the NFL season, because you got to fill a week's worth of content with that. So we'll be doing some different stuff with NFL.
Yeah, we'll definitely do like slate recaps and stuff for the NFL.
Do either of you play season-long fantasy? I do, and in fact, I'm the reigning champion of my league. So
I do not. I retired a couple years ago.
It's sad. I feel like a lot of people, like even my league, which has been together since high school, I feel like it's starting to kind of, people are losing momentum with it. And it sucks. Like, I should be really fucking good. It doesn't suck that much.
I would do a DFS league.
I do one of those with my friends too, but that's like a separate one.
But I would never play season long again.
It's fun. I think if anything, like, especially if you're a person like you will be this year, and like everybody watching these streams will be, you're a person who really plays DFS and you follow that football and you know those mechanisms, it's so much easier to adjust for season long, where you can then kind of pilfer guys off of waivers who are just getting more targets and who your friends don't even know about.
Yeah,
and
I hate that part. That's the worst part of it for me. I hate injuries. Like I hate things being out of my control, and that or like you play the wrong person. You know, you have the second highest score and you lose for the week type shit. I can't deal with that sort of stuff. It's frustrating.
I just love it. There's so much game theory, and we also do an auction league, my main league with my friends, and like an auction is so much fun because it's basically just you like having a game theory out your friends and driving up prices, but hopefully not getting stuck with the guy. It's a lot of fun. If you do a season-long league, I would do auction, absolutely. If you guys in the chat do a league, which you should, go ahead, please. Build a community. We like you guys doing that.
Always auction. You should always have the opportunity to have someone if you want them.
Yeah, snake traps, I feel like I did them for so much of my life, and it's so much worse.
Yeah, ridiculous. Okay, so ownership. Let's take a look since we're still on here. Chris Sale, 35% in the Minimax. Let me hop over so that I can see my exposures.
Does him being under 40% make you like him more?
I have him 46%, so I am perfectly okay with that.
Okay.
JD Martinez, chalkiest hitter going right now. I will say this, Dan Straley, 15%. I'm actually under the field now.
Lucky you, because he's going to get rocked.
Dylan Bundy, 13, ended up being a little bit less chalky than we were expecting. I'm way under the field on Bundy. Vince Velasquez, 12.5. Little steam behind him, maybe after the Alex wreck. I've got him neutral. Jake DeGrom, only 12%. I got 21. That's half the expected ownership. But again, the Minimax is a little bit different.
Right.
Freddie Peralta, 11%, up from the 6 that we were projecting. So, yeah, interesting stuff.
All right, so there we go. That's the slate for today. We'll be back tomorrow. It'll be me and the baseball savant himself, fresh off of his big softball game. We'll also have that NFL stuff with Josh. Josh will be on with Jake in the morning, talking to all the morning strategy things you need to know. Jake will have the night shift podcast. So subscribe to the channel if you're not. I assume you all have. Oh, Straley, lead off walk and throwing error on pickoff. Good. Fuck you, Straley. Have a terrible night. If you're not a premium member of BostonRow.com, you should be. All the things that we talk about, all of the data that we reference, the projections, ownership projections, the rankings, they're all available for you. So please go sign up, become a premium member. Also, of course, Alex's articles, like the one we mentioned before. So again, just extra information that helps you kind of decide how you're going to attack a slate. So go sign up, become a premium member now. Any parting words, young Josh?
Carlos Carrasco is 6% owned, already has 2 Ks. I have double that. That's it. Look, you know what to do. Tweet me when I hit those home runs. Tweet me when Yan Gomes goes yard and I get that catcher call right, too, because that is all I do. I'm just snatching dongs. Yum, 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 yum.
Go Nelson Cruz. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you again soon.
Bye, everybody.